In last class, we have discussed about some basic concept of synchrophasor technology, its uses, its applications, and we talked about what the phasor is, and we have also talked about how the phasor is useful for your substations, for your monitoring, control, acquisition, and the device which is based on synchrophasor technology, we call that as PMU, phasor measurement unit. So basically it is a device to measure the phasor. Phasor means anything with its any magnitude with its phase angle. So that is phasor. So for measuring the phasor, we require a device that should be based on synchrophasor technology. So PMU is nothing but a simple combination of A to D converter, GPS system, and also what you call that microprocessor. Normally in market we can get that microprocessor, that board, the specific board is called as Arduino board, and you can get that board in market. That is the board we use to manufacture PMUs. That board is called as Arduino board. The board is called as Arduino board. I was checking that if this text is visible to you or not. See what happens. Sometimes I don't get perfect marker, so I have to check. So in market we can get that board as Arduino board. That is very simple board, and that is used by manufacturers of PMUs. That will be, I think, not. We are not using that board right now, but there is chances, there is possibilities to use that board. So today in this class we will see the structure of PMU and its working, and some more things we will learn. So let's go ahead with the topic. So this is lecture 2 of synchrophasor technology. So in last class, what I told, any magnitude, assume we are assuming voltage. Okay, we are assuming voltage, and we are assuming 10 volts at an angle 30 degree. 30 degrees phase angle. Understood? 30 degrees is phase angle. So I want to tell you some more things, like what is happening. We have one substation 1. We have one substation S1, another substation S2, and assume that this S2 is our reference substation. This S2 is our reference substation. So what will happen in all the substations? This is another substation. Assume this S3. This is another S4. So what is happening? We have connected PMU devices. We have connected PMU device. We have connected PMU device in each substation, and we are assuming 30 at an angle 120 degree, not 120, assume 40 degree, not also 40, 0 degree as our reference. So what will happen? Assume all the substations are internally connected. There is some interconnections between all those substations. So what will happen if some fault occurs? And here we have one generator, assume this. We have one generator G1, and we have some loads here. Some loads here in S3. Assume any fault occurs in loads in this load. Any fault occurs in this load. So what will happen? Because of this fault, the voltage will rise. Because of this fault, the voltage will rise. I am changing the value here. I am changing this value as let's assume 400 kV. This is 400 kV line at an angle 0 degree. So because of fault, what will happen? The voltage here will go down, and the current here will rise. Normally, what happens? Because of the fault, current value increases, and now what is happening? The voltage value is decreasing. So according to the reference, it should be 400 at an angle 0 degree, and assume that we got around 200 kV. The voltage went around 200 kV. So under 1 microsecond, the fault will be detected. And it will be sent to the, not sent, it will be measured by this PMU, and the PMU will compare. The PMU will compare this 400 at an angle 0 and 200 at an angle 0 degree. So what it will find? It will find that the voltage here the voltage here has went down. So the PMU will give a command to your relays, and relays will give command to your circuit breakers, and by that procedure will disconnect this S3 from all the interconnected substations. Will remove this substation S3 as soon as possible and under 1 microsecond. So what was happening in SCADA? In SCADA, at least 1 to 3 seconds was required to send that specific data to another substation. Means there was no accuracy, there was no synchronism. There was no synchronism. And this 1 microsecond is why we have 1 microsecond accuracy, because of your GPS signal, your GPS. Do you know how the Google map works? How fast the Google map works? So like that type of accuracy, we are getting this 1 microsecond. Advantage of 1 microsecond accuracy here. So this is one case. The voltage was going down. So in another case, what could happen? Assume that the voltage was fixed. But assume in this load we have any motor. We have any motor load. So because of some load changes, oscillation will arise in that motor. and because of this oscillation, your rotor angle will change. Your rotor angle will change. So if the rotor angle is changing, so definitely this angle here, 200, initially it was 200 at an angle 0 degree, but because of the rotor angle changes, because of the oscillations, it will change some value, assume 30 degree. So again, your PMU is going to detect that angle change, and this is also one kind of fault. So again, same procedure will happen, and your PMU and your relays and circuit breaker will isolate this substation as 3. So whatever changes, angle change or magnitude change, whatever happens, whatever abnormality comes in your system, it is going to be detected, and the remedial action is going to be taken within 1 microsecond. Sorry. So this was the processes your PMU, your circuit breaker follows. Now, I think you might have understood what was happening in